Hey everybody, Tyreek Hill announced a couple days ago that he plans to retire after his contract with the Dolphins ends in 2025. And I'm just going to try to cover in this video what I think this means for the Dolphins, for him, and why I think the Dolphins' chances of making a Super Bowl run are dependent on Tyreek Hill and his availability over the next 3 years. The Dolphins, in my opinion, have one of the most talented rosters in the NFL, and I think Tua Tagovailoa is still a good quarterback, but the only question I still have with him is his health, because he did have 2 to 3 concussions last year, and he did get knocked out twice by these concussions, and he took an incredibly long time after the season to recover from his third concussion. So I don't know where his health lies and what his plans are for the future in the NFL. So with that said, I think the Dolphins have a lot of uncertainty. But with Tyreek Hill announcing that he plans to retire after 2025, that gives the Dolphins 3 more years of Tyreek Hill. And with that said, that gives them 3 years of having one of the most dynamic, explosive receivers that the NFL has ever seen in history. And I think they have to take advantage of having Tyreek Hill on their team in these next 3 years to be able to compete for a championship, because not every day you're going to be able to trade for a top 3 to 5 receiver in the entire NFL. I think this season they have to really figure out what they want to do with Tua Tagovailoa. If his health is too much of a concern for them, I think they have to move on from him and go and get a more established NFL quarterback that can lead their team to a deep playoff and Super Bowl run in the next 3 years, while Tyreek Hill is still there. And most preferably, if they can lead this team to a Super Bowl contention right now. I don't know who that quarterback would be, but quarterbacks that come to mind are Lamar Jackson and maybe a quarterback in the draft if Miami wants to trade up and grab a quarterback, or if a quarterback like a Will Levis or an Anthony Richardson falls to them in the draft. As of right now, Jalen Waddle, the other superstar Dolphins wide receiver, has his rookie contract ending in 2025 as well. So if the Dolphins want to take advantage of having possibly the best receiver core in the entire NFL, then they're going to have to take advantage of that within the next 3 years, because after these 3 years, Jalen Waddle's going to want to be paid like a WR1, like a wide receiver one, and I don't know if the Dolphins can pay him as well as maintaining the rest of their core pieces. And if Tua does end up being the quarterback they want to rock with in the near and long-term future, I think that they're going to have to pay him a lot of money as well. So they definitely want to make sure that they compete for a championship and make the right decisions and right moves to win a Super Bowl within the next 3 years to be able to take advantage of this core that they have right now. Tyreek Hill is not the only player that is going to have his contract expire or move on from this team within the next 2 to 3 years. So the Dolphins really need to decide what their direction is at quarterback and just take advantage of this immense talent that they have around Tua Tagovailoa. And yeah, the Dolphins did impress me this offseason by going and trading for star cornerback Jalen Ramsey for only a third-round pick and a backup tight end in Hunter Long. And this move really impresses me just because the Dolphins front office is taking this urgency that I've been talking about, and they're turning it into actual physical results. And Jalen Ramsey is, in my opinion, the best cornerback in the league when he's in the right system and when he's healthy. And so this solidifies a really good defense. And in all honesty, I think that Jalen Ramsey only has another 3 to 4 really good years in him where he's a shutdown number one corner. And this really does fit into the timeline that I've been talking about through this entire video. And I think the Dolphins do really realize, and they have to realize, that their window will not be open forever, because once you pay a quarterback $50 million, $60 million a year, you can't build as good of a team around him. So they have to take advantage of Tua Tagovailoa on his rookie deal if that's their plan, if that's what they want to do going forward. And if not, they have to, like I said before, go get a different quarterback. But I think they've done a good job in going and getting Jalen Ramsey. And they already have Tyreek Hill, who they brought in last offseason, and this team is built to compete. But They just have to win football games and decide what their future is at quarterback and what they want to do at quarterback to make the most of this dynamic roster that they have right now going forward. And I think the Buffalo Bills did not impress me last year in the regular season. Josh Allen is still, in my opinion, a top 2 to 3 quarterback in the NFL, but I think the Dolphins can push the Bills for that number 1 spot in the AFC East come 2023. Thank you all for watching. God bless you all. I hope you have an amazing day. Let me know what you think of Tyreek Hill planning on retiring in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can get more NFL, NBA, NHL, and MLB content going forward.